monumental, like a statue of Queen Victoria discovered in a crate. She attempts a welcoming smile, but tension instantly warps it into a growl. But no one's coming anyway. She drops the scary smile and lets her face idle in neutral. No one. She picks up her coat from the settee and sits it on her knee. A first move towards putting it on. Now she'll never know what happened to Susan, or if she gets her height from her, if she's mixed race. Her hair says yes, but her skin tone says no. She won't get to ask anything. No one is coming. So bloody rude. Selfish. What kind of people agree to a meeting this emotionally charged, pick the place and the time, and then don't turn up? She checks the time on her phone. It's 1 hour and 50 minutes now. She's on an indignant roll, but gets distracted by an unanswered text from 1 hour ago. Her best friend Lila asked, "How about now, lamb chop? Anything yet?" Margo still hasn't replied. She kept hoping to have a better answer. A very careful knock is followed by the little door being opened. It's Tracy, the counsellor who gave Margo a long talk about limiting her expectations on the way in. Margo dislikes Tracy for reasons that she can't quite fathom. Maybe it's the tense situation. Maybe it's Tracy's belligerent walk. She sways her shoulders and enters the room belly first as if she's pregnant and wants to talk about it, or is fat and doesn't. She has thick glasses that distort her big green eyes and wears a dress with a low neckline displaying 4 inches of cleavage. A gold chain with a green pendant surfs her record-breakingly long boobs, bobbing around, going under sometimes only to be unthinkingly fished out by Tracy's chubby forefinger. "Hello again," she whispers as she comes in, head tilted sympathetically, lips pressed tight in a very sad sorry as she sits on the sofa and clasps her hands together. She's going to tell Margo to give up and get out. She'll dress it up, but that's what she'll mean. Tracy doesn't get to speak before Margo blurts that she'll just wait for another half hour, if that's okay. "We'll see now," drawls Tracy in a breathy Northern Irish accent that sounds like a melancholy old song. "The problem with that is we're supposed to actually shut the office in a wee 10 minutes. I sort of just wanted to have a wee chat with you before that happened, so that you don't leave feeling that you might have liked to have talked to someone. Would you maybe like a wee chat about it? About your feelings?" Every sentence ends in a tonal upswing. Every statement is littered with infuriating conditionals, maybes and minimisations and perhapses. But Margo is a doctor and has been on the receiving end of enough impotent rage from patients to know that Tracy isn't to blame for how she feels. "I'll just wait on for the last 10 minutes, if you don't mind." Margo says it softly, overcompensating for her white-hot fury. "At least then I'll know for sure that Nikki didn't come. It's just 10 minutes. I may as well." "Ah, yeah, may as well. Grand. May as well." Tracy pats her own knee while looking at Margo's. "You don't owe them anything, you know. You've given them a good long time to get here. You've done what you can. You don't have to wait." Margo doesn't know why Tracy is using the plural. Is she being formal? Or does Tracy know something Margo doesn't? Is Nikki trans? Or has Margo just been stood up by several people? Is that better or worse? "Well, I'll wait for the 10 minutes. "Sure. If that's all right." Tracy nods and smiles vaguely. She air rescues the green stone from the ravine of her cleavage but doesn't move to leave. She's trying to be kind, waiting with her and giving Margo space to talk about her feelings if she wants to. Margo doesn't trust her. What Margo does say is that it's very quiet in the office. Is it always like this? Tracy tells her that, to be honest about it, they don't really do reconciliation mediation very much anymore. They used to, but people tend to trace their birth families on Facebook. She wouldn't recommend that. That can go very, very wrong. Being stood up isn't the worst, believe you her. You've no idea. Honestly. Margo was still clinging to the faintest possibility of car crashes or excitement-induced heart attacks, but Tracy knows no one is coming. She works here. She's seen it all before. Margo is suddenly so angry that she feels sick, and Tracy sees that. She reaches over and squeezes Margo's hand pityingly, which makes it worse. Margo puts her own hand over Tracy's and squeezes back, maybe a little too hard, and begins to rage cry. Lila calls this the ugliest cry of all.